Hey, hi, Steve. Today's daf is daf mem beis. I'm going to make it very big. I don't know why the color didn't come out. I didn't save it right. Anyway, so we're starting from daf mem aleph
Omid Beis.
aleph umid beis. Mem aleph umid beis. We're starting from about 10 lines from the bottom. Tanar Rabbanim. I just want to bring up the psukim over here. The pasuk says that v'chiyigach shar ish isha v'meis. If a kills a shark kills a man or a woman and dies. So once an ox killed a man or a woman, sakal yishakal hashar. The Torah tells us that you stone the shar, you kill the shar, you killed a human being, you kill the shar. Ubal hashar noki. By the first time, if this shar never killed anybody before, then the owner of the shar noki. He doesn't. The bal hashar noki. The owner of the shar is clean. Okay. Hi, Alan. We just began. So that's if a Tom killed somebody, like in the United States. If an animal kills somebody, you kill the animal, but the owner of the animal doesn't have to pay. But if it's a muad animal, then pay what's called kaifer. Kaifer. He has to pay the price of the victim that he killed. But if the animal killed a what? An avid, a slave, and it's a muad animal, how much does he pay? 30 shekel. Okay, that's the whole Gemara. So the Gemara, I'm Aleph and base, 10 lines from the bottom. Toner Rabbano, Baal Hashar Noki. Torah says the Baal Hashar is clean, he doesn't have to pay. Rab Lezer says the Torah is telling you Noki Mechatzi Koifer. He doesn't even have to pay as a Tam 50% of Koifer. If a Muad pays 100%, the Tam would pay 50%. Omer Rabbi Kiva says, why does the Torah have to tell you that? A tam will only pay when from its body. A tam does not have to pay from the bank account. You just take the animal and for whatever the animal is worth, you sell it to make the losses. But here, you're killing the animal. So, of course, the owner is not going to have to pay. Once you're killing his animal, bring the animal to Bezdin and let him pay. Of course, he's dead, and now that have enough from that animal. Sakal Yishal al Shar. So Rabbi Kiva says, what do I need Baal Hashar Noki to tell me that you don't have to pay if you don't have an animal to pay from? Amalei Rab Lezer, so Rab Lezer says, no. Sometimes a tam, an animal could kill a being, and you don't kill the animal. Is my case only a case where the animal is chayiv misa? There's sometimes an animal will kill a human being and the animal's not chayiv misa. If there was just one witness that saw the killing of the human being, you will not kill the animal. Or if the owner came right away to Bez and said, "Oh, my animal killed somebody," you wouldn't pay. You wouldn't kill the animal. So you would think, since you're not killing the animal, you would have to pay half a koifer. If it's a tam, so the Tosik says you don't have to pay. First, so Gemara asks a question: Al pi bailim moide beknasu. What do you mean? If he wouldn't even have to pay koifer, I wouldn't even have a havamina that he would have to pay koifer, because once he admitted something, once you admit something, not only you're not going to kill the animal, but you're not going to pay koifer, because koifer itself, the idea of koifer is a knas, and it is a penalty. And moide beknas is potter. Answers the Gemara, Kusovar, Rabbi Lezer holds kufra kapara. Really, kufra is not a knas. You can't get rid of it. In other words, if a mu'ed kills a human being, right? So the owner of the ox will have to pay koifer. You can't just go into business and say, "Oh, my ox killed somebody." No, you would have to pay koifer, because koifer brings kapara on the owner of the ox. So therefore, it's not a knas. And I would have thought that a tam that killed a human being would also have to pay koifer, albeit 50%. That's why Blazer says, "Ubal hashar noki." It means noki, you don't pay even half a koifer. That's Rab Lezer's opinion. And how do you darshan balashar naki? No, the Gemara says Tanya Idach. Almole Rabbi Lezer. Rabbi Lezer has said to Rabbi Akiva, Akiva, Rabbi Akiva had a problem, Rabbi Lezer. How could you say that you would have to pay half a koifer when the animal is being killed? And that's impossible. Once the animal is being killed, how are you going to pay half a koifer from a tam? So Rabbi Lezer says, you think I'm talking about a case where the animal was being killed? That the animal wanted to kill another animal and it killed a human being. The goy, v'harag Yisrael. It wanted to kill, for example, a goy and it killed a Jew. Then the falim, it wanted to kill a dead, a dead baby, v'harag ben kayom, and it killed a live baby. The bottom line is, in these cases is another example, another few examples that Rabbi Lezer just gave, how an animal will kill somebody and you will not kill the animal if the animal did not have intention to kill whatever it did kill. Anyway, so the Gemara says two opinions of how Rabbi Lezer gave examples of how you would not kill the animal. So the Gemara asks, Haimene Bereisha, which one did Rabbi Lezer say first? Which brisa appeared first? Because the second brisa, which seems to say that Rabbi Lezer's example of you're not killing the animal is only if the animal wanted to kill another animal but not a person. So that seems like a stronger answer. So Rav Kamma almost made the Rava Oma Miskaven Oma Liberesha. The second brisa, the second response was said first. Rav Tuviyum made the Rava Oma Hamas Oma Liberesha. Hamas, the first thing, Hamas Adam al Piech Eidechad, that was his initial response. So the question is, did Rabbi Lezer give the stronger response first or the weaker response first? What's the nafkamina? I'm not sure, but that's the Gemara trying to figure out which brisa appeared first. Rav Kahana mishmei the Rava Amma Miskaben Amma Lebereisha. Rav Kahana said that the better response was said first. Now sometimes you say the good response, a great response, and then you tack on smaller responses. Marshall, I'll give you an example. Let's say a fisherman is trying to fish from the sea. We go to Mamdat Beizam and Alf. Mishkacha Ravave, Shakal. He gets a big fish, he puts it into the boat. Zitre gets a small fish, Shakal. He puts it into the boat. So Rabbi Lezer, he said a strong teretz, and then another Bryce said, I have another teretz. How you're not going to kill the animal. And he gave a smaller teretz. So to Yumi Mishmei Rava Amma Hamas Omalei. First he said the weaker answer, and then he forgot about the weaker answer, and then he wanted to say strong one. So Moshel, that's an example. Let's say to a fisherman that fishes fish from the sea. Mishkacha Zutra, if he finds a small fish, he thinks that's the only thing he's going to get. Shakal, he'll take it. Mishkachach Ravrave, but when he finds a big fish, Shade Zutre, he throws the small fish off the boat because he doesn't have room. Mishakal Ravrave takes the big fish. So that's what the Gemara is trying to understand. But basically, you have Rabbi Lezer just made a comment. Balashar Noki by a tam tells you that you don't have to pay half a koifer. And what's the case? In a case where you're not going to kill the animal. Tanya Idach. I have another drasha of Baal Hashar Naki. What does Baal Hashar Naki mean? What does Baal Hashar Naki? Rabbi Yossi Aglili Omer. Rabbi Yossi Aglili says Naki midvei v'lados. That's teaching you that that the animal does not have to pay if it caused a miscarriage. Listen to this. The Chumash says when two people have a fight, and then one of the people who had a fight just hit the pregnant woman of the other guy and didn't kill the woman, but caused a miscarriage. So the pasuk says he has to pay for the value of the babies that he caused the miscarriage. So it says that if a kshar did not kill a human being, but what caused a miscarriage, and a lady, Balashar Noki means that a kshar does not have to pay money for causing a miscarriage. Only a human has to pay money, not a shor. Amalei Rabbi Kiva. So Rabbi Kiva said to Rabbi Yossi Aglili, "What do I need the Chumash to teach you that?" Palashar Noki. Harehu Oimer. The pasuk says, "Ki notzo anashim." If men are having a fight, and the nakfu isha, and one of the men whacked a woman and caused a miscarriage, he has to pay the beivelados, the value of the embryo. Anoshim only if men have this fight, v'loy shvarim, and not animals. So I already know that from the. So why do I need Balashar Noki to tell me that short does not have to pay to Mevalodis? Says the Gemara, Shap become Rabbi Kiva. Rabbi Kiva just answered very good. So what's Rabbi Leisi Galili going to answer to that? Amar Rav Ula Berei Rav Idi Itzrach. I need it. I would have thought Anoshim v'Leshvar Madoim Anoshim Ma Anoshim Muadim Af Sha'or Muadim Atam Chayiv. I would have thought like this: that only men men have to pay the maid velados, and not a shor, which will be like a man. A shor muad is like a man. Just like a man, he has to pay 100% of the damages. A shor muad pays 100% of the damage, and the pasuk is saying a shor muad does not pay the maid velados. Hatam, I would have thought mechayev, but if a first time animal, a tam, would have to pay the Mevalodis. So I would only think a muad does not have to pay the Mevalodis. Tam would. Kasarachmona, Balasharnoki, the Pata. The Pasuk writes, Balasharnoki, that all animals, a muad is not have to pay the Mevalodis, and also a tam. So the Gemara asks on that question, Amar Rava said, how could I ever have such a havamina, a prefix? That's saying that an animal that's a tam would have to pay for a miscarriage, and a muad not. The citizen lives on is on the ground, and the immigrant is in the heavens. In other words, how could it be that the shar muad will not have to pay the mevalodis, but I would think a tam would have to pay? It doesn't makes no sense. Ella Amar Rava says like this. This is what Rabbi Yosef Glili meant. The I would have thought, right, when the Torah says that a man pays the Mevaladis, it would be only a man, no shar has to pay the Mevaladis, mued or a tam. Now the Torah write again that an animal the Torah is teaching you tam potter. A tam does not have to pay the mevalades. Umuad mechayev, and muad does have to pay the mevalades. And I guess what Rabbi Yossi Aglida said, noki mid mevalades, means only a tam doesn't pay mevalades. But the point is that a shar muad does pay the mevalades. Amalei Abaya says, if you have such drushes that you're making tam's potter and a muad bichayev. So Amalei Abaya said, why don't you say the same thing? Then why did Rabbi Yossi Glili say that by boishes, when an animal causes embarrassment, let's say it had kavana to do damage, right? All you need is the kavana to do damage, and we know that if a human does damage, you pay boishes, embarrassment, but an animal does not. But why don't we say the same thing? The Torah also talks about, says the word men, and only men pay boishes, and not animals. That also no animal will pay the boishes. And then the Torah writes, that the Torah says the Baal Ashar is clean, doesn't have to pay the boishes. So I would say tam. Now, why did the Torah have to repeat it? The Torah is emphasizing tam potter. Only a tam doesn't pay boishes. Muad chayev. So therefore, that with the same logic that you're saying that muad should be more stricter than a tam, you can that a muad pays the mevalades, a tam not. Say the same thing by boishes. A muad pays boishes, and a tam does not. So would you say Rabbi Yosef Glili would agree to that idea? Then it should say so. Listening Balashar Naki, let the Torah write Balashar Naki, not the Torah. The Brishas to say Balashar Naki. Rabbi Yosef Glili Oimer Potam Dev Lodges Umabaishas, that a tam is Potam from the Dev Lodges and Baishas, and a muid is Chayiv. So that cannot be what Rabbi Yosef Haglili meant. Ella. Abai v'Rava the Amri Tavayir, Abai both explained that this is what Rabbi Yossi Aglili meant. We know, let's say two men are having a fight, right? Now, till now, we said you have to pay for the miscarriage of the lady, but that's only if the lady miscarried but remained alive. But if the lady got killed, right? So then, once the lady got killed, so the man that killed her is Chayiv Misa, so if he's not going to pay money for the miscarried kids. So what I would, this is how you're going to darshan the pasuk, and this is what Bala Nashar Naki. You're going to say like this. This is the way Abaye and Rav explained what Rabbi Yosef Glili meant. Anoshim, when it comes to men fighting, ain't awesome isha, Yonshu. If the woman did not get tragically killed, then the man has to pay the mevalodus. He's punished for that. Yeshashim isha. But if the woman did get killed, lo Yonshu, then the man does not have to get the mevalodus, because the man himself is going to be killed because he killed a woman. The loy shoyrim, and not oxen. The afagav the yesh also, and even if the ox killed the woman, right, and caused the miscarriage, ya'anshu by the ox, you would have thought that the anshu, the ox, would have to pay the main velotis. And that's why the Torah wrote, Balashar Naki the Potter, that when the woman is killed, even the shar would not have to pay the maid velotis. So that's what the Gemara says. Says the Gemara, that cannot be what Rabbi Yosef Glida says. Maskiv law Rav Adabar Ava Atub Asim Talia Misa Makavona Talia Misa. This is just the semantics type of correction. When doesn't is it really because the woman got killed? That's why a man, if the woman got killed, automatically the man is potter from the May of Lados. And that's not true, because if the man wanted to kill the man and accidentally killed the woman, he had no intention to strike the woman, he would have to pay the May of Lados. Bekavona taliamis, it has to do with what his intention is, and therefore, since by men, sometimes even when the woman is killed, they're going to be paying for the May of Lados. So when he had no intention to kill the woman, so we say when we're going to exclude shayrim, it doesn't matter if the woman was killed or is not killed. Shayrim is excluded from paying the May of Lados. So what do I need balashar naki for? I mean, obviously, Ella Amar Rab Ada Barahava Anoshim. You do kill when they do have intention to kill each other by a man. When he had intention to kill the woman, and he killed the woman, so Afagav, he wanted it. Afagav sheyesh asham isha yanshu, when he was trying to kill the other man. So when the woman got tragically killed, he has to pay the meivalodos. But ki niskavnu leisha atzma. But if he had intention to kill the woman herself, lo yanshu, then he wouldn't pay for the meivalodos. So the man fighting with another man, and now he sees the wife trying to mix in, and he wants to kill the wife, and he kills the wife. He will not have to pay the meivalodos. So the pasuk is saying v'loy sharim, but a cow, an ox, that fidin skavnu isha atzma yanshu. But I would have thought that even an ox that had intention to kill a woman and cause the miscarriage, he would have to pay for for that miscarriage, the meivalodos. The Torah write Balashar that you don't have to pay. Rav Chava came from Durham, from the south of Israel. He brought a brisa. Again, Bal Hashar Naki teaches you simply that if a cow with intention kills a woman, he doesn't have to pay the meivalodos. The same thing, a man who intentionally kills a woman will not have to pay for the miscarriage. That's the chiddush of Bal Hashar Naki. Tanya Idach, another drasha from Bal Hashar Naki. Rabbi Kiva Oime Naki Midmei Eved. Bal Hashar Naki teaches you not that you potter from koifer. That I know. That I know from the pasuk. If you see the pasuk says V'lo yachos b'sarai. Of course, you don't have to pay for killing or koifer. Balashar Naki means that normally if it killed an Evet Kanaini, a mu'ed kills an Evet Kanaini, you pay 30 selah. A tam that kills an Evet Kanaini does not have to pay 30 selah. We go to Mem Dalet on the base. Says the Gemara, v'neimer Rabbi Kiva l'nafshei. Then why didn't Rabbi Kiva have his own problem? Rabbi Kiva has a problem with the tam paying at all. Why should I say that a tam would have to pay 30 selah, and now because Balashar Naki, he doesn't have to pay 30 selah. The whole tam business with paying 30 selah is only because you're bringing the tam to the court, the body. But the tam is being killed. Once it's killed in Evet, you're going to kill the animal. It's impossible to bring the tam to Bezdin because he's being killld. So how are you going to have a thinking, a pre-thought that he would have to pay the 30 selah for killing the Evet if the animal itself is going to be killed? Rabbi Shmuel Bar Yitzchak said, Rabbi Kiva is going to say like this: there's a way that the animal will not be killed. If the Balaam quickly shechted the animal, shechted the shore before the court took place. So once the animal is slaughtered, you have kosher frozen meat. I would have thought that from that frozen meat, you pay the 30 selah to the Evet that you killed. So the same I would think that the owner of the shor has to give over that kosher meat back to the owner of the Eved to pay for the 30 selah, kamash malam, hoil bakatolu. Since this animal, once the psak of Bezdin says that he was a tam and actually killed an eved, you would have killed this shor. Afagav the shachti, even though you went, and even though if the owner of the shar shechted it early, but at the end of the day, this shar should have been killed by the Bezdin. So what if the owner of the shar quickly shechted it? It doesn't make it doesn't. It doesn't. I would think you would have to pay. So that's what the Torah says. Bala shar naki. Since you're killing the shar, even though you shechted it first, you don't pay from it. So Rabbi Kiva weaseled his way out of a tam actually having to pay, and from Bala Sharnaki teaches you that you don't have to pay. So why did Rabbi Kiva have a problem with Rabbi Leza? Rabbi Leza name kishakadam u'shachtai. Why didn't he say? Why didn't Rabbi Leza give this answer of Rabbi Kiva as saying a situation? Rabbi Leza said that if only you won't kill the animal if there was one witness that saw the person being killed. Why can't you just say that the Baal Hashar, the owner of the shar that did the killing, went ahead and shechted the animal before they went to court? Why did Rabbi Leza give that answer? Hachinami. He would have given the answer. V'sovar dilma islay tamachida daf mahai v'nei mavlei. That Rabbi Kiva didn't answer this on behalf of Rabbi Leza because he wanted to hear from Rabbi Leza. Maybe Rabbi Leza will have even a better answer. That's why Rabbi Akiva did not feed Rabbi Leza this answer. But the question still remains. Rabbi Leza nami lishna lei lishana lei shekadam shachti. Why didn't Rabbi Leza give this answer? Rabbi Leza said, "I have a couple of answers where you're not going to kill the shar. Either there was one aid, or the owner went and said it was moide b'knas." Why did Rabbi Leza said simply that the owner of the shar quickly shechted the animal? And that's what Bala Shar Naki teaches you, that you don't pay chatzi koifer. Amalach, Rabbi Leza will say, Hasam over there, who didn't skav lahags behavargs adam, the shar la bakatolahu klal. When my answer is better, Rabbi Leza says, because when the animal wanted to intentionally kill, that's another example Rabbi Leza gets, that the animal wanted to intentionally kill another animal, kill the person. So you would never kill the animal. So I would think because the animal itself is not somebody you're going to kill, because the animal had intention to kill another animal and kill the person. So then I would think pay half a koifer. That's why the krok it's a kra lemuute. That's why I need the pasuk to say that you don't pay half a koifer. But in Rabbi Akiva's case, what was Rabbi Akiva's case? Rabbi Akiva's case was that the animal intentionally wanted to kill an eved, and I would think, and it did kill the eved. I would think you have to pay 30 selah to 30 selah to the owner of the eved. Dimikora bar kotola hava. Since that animal is a dead animal, it should be really killed. Like tzarich kra afagav de shachti. You should not need a pasuk even if you shechted it. Just because the owner of the shar did a sneaky move and shechted it, once they paskin that the tam killed an eved, this shar, had it been alive, would have been a dead animal anyway. So I would never have a pre-thought that just because the owner of the shar shechted it, he would have to pay the 30 selah from that shechted animal. So Rabbi Akiva, again, that seems Rabbi Leza said very good to Rabbi Akiva, and what's Rabbi Akiva thinking? Elam Ravasi explained, Hi Milsme Pigava Rabbi Shmili. I heard it from a great person, Umani Rabbi Yossi Bar Chanina, and then said like this, that this is what Rabbi Akiva meant when he said that I would have thought you have to pay 30 selah as a tam if you killed an eved. Sal kadai techamina. Hoyel v'amar Rabbi Akiva. Af tam shechavel ba'odam mishal b'moisid nezek sholem mishtalim name demei eved me'aliyah. Kasarachmona balashar naki. Beautiful. If a tam kills a human being, so it pays 100% of the damages. If a tam animal kills a human being, it's not koifer, you pay 100% of the damages. That's Rabbi Akiva's opinion. When does a tam pay 50% of the damage? If it only kills another animal. But if it kills a human being, it pays 100% of the damage. So I would think that if it kills an eved, you would have to pay balashar naki, but the owner would have to not pay from the animal itself. He would have to pay from his own bank account, That's what I would think. from his own bank account. That's what I think. Because once the tam is paying nezek sholem, it would have to pay me'aliyah. The owner of the shor would have to write a check. That's why the Torah write bala shor naki that the owner of the shor would not have to write a check for 30 selah if the shor tam killed an eved. Alma le Rabbi Zera Rabasi. So Rabbi Zera says Rasi, but Tav Rabbi Kiva Gziza. Rabbi Kiva never meant that a tam killing human being would have to pay from your own bank account. The Tanya Rabbi Kiva Yochel Yishalem and Aliyah. Rabbi Kiva says, although I said a tam pays nezek shalem when it kills a human being, it only pays 50% when it kills an animal. But when it kills a human being, it pays 100%. I would have thought that the owner has to write a check. It comes from an aliyah. Even though it pays 100%, but it's only from the body of the animal and not from the bank account of the owner of the animal. So we're back to square one. The basic square one is like this. Rabbi Kiva made a statement. Bala Shar Naki teaches me that a shor tam that kills an eved, you don't have to pay the 30 selah to the owner of the eved. Only a mu'id that kills an eved, you pay 30 selah. So the question is, why would I have a havamina that you have to pay 30 selah? If you're going to kill the animal, right? If you're going to kill the animal, and the animal, a tam only pays megufai, so where's the owner of the eved going to ever collect from? Ella Oma Rava explained it very simply. The Torah was always strict by killing an eved more than if you're killing a free person. No matter if you kill a regular guy, a free person, so you estimate what he's worth. If he's worth a selah, you pay a selah. If he's worth 30 selah, you pay 30 sloim. The 30 sloim. The eved yafa selah, but here, the Torah was very machmir on killing an eved Kanani, because if the slave is only worth one selah, noisim shloishim mishtal nami demei eved noisim shloishim, then you have to pay 30. So the Torah was so strict that even if the eved is worth nothing, you kill an eved, a mu'ed kills an eved, you would pay 30. So mishtal nami demei eved meliyah. So even if a tam would kill an eved, I would think that the owner has to write a check because the Torah is so strict by avot. The Torah wrote that a tam that kills an eved, you don't have to pay 30 salah. And we'll finish off with this. Tanya Kavasi de Rava, we have this brisa that clearly says what Rava said. Bal hashar naki. A tam, the owner of the shar, doesn't have to pay if it killed somebody. It doesn't have to pay the 30 salah of an eved. Only a mu'ed that kills somebody, it pays 30 salah, but a tam not. I would think. When the Torah obligates you to pay for a ben chorin, just like when the Torah said you don't pay koifer only by a mu'ed, not by a tam. So why would I ever say by an eved you would have to pay by both a tam and a mu'ed, the eved, the shloishim selah? Of course, just like the Torah differentiated between a tam and mu'ed by koifer, it should differentiate by an eved also. But another question, kal v'choyma, ma ben chorin shenoisim kol shavi chalakta ben tam lemu'ed, eved shenoisim shloishim, and addition nakla ben tam lemu'ed. Ben chorin, sometimes you're going to pay more. Depends on what the ben chorin is worth. And yet the Torah said a tam doesn't pay koifer, mu'ed does. So why should I say an eved, which you're only paying one flat fee, shloishim, certainly there should be a differentiation between tam and mu'ed. So the Gemara says, "Loi machmireni be'eved yosef ben chorin." The Torah, I would have thought the Torah was more stricter by an eved more than a ben chorin. Why? Ben chorin yafas selah noisin selah. If a ben chorin is worth one selah, you give a selah. Shloishim noisim shloishim. A free person, when you the koifer, it depends what he's worth. That's what you give. But the eved, the Torah is so strict by an eved yafas selah that it could be worth one selah noisin shloishim. You have to pay 30. So I would think that since the Torah was so strict about killing an eved, I would have think yochel yehechayv. I would have thought that even a tam that kills an eved, the owner would have to pay the 30 selah. That a tam, the owner of the tam, does not have to pay the value of the eved. Okay.
Okay.